kidogo kwako, lakini baadaye kwa njia ya urudisho inakuwa ni kitu kikubwa. Inaweza kuwa kio kwako, lakini kwa watoto wako. I have seen this in my life. I'm not speaking because of David is written. Even in myself, I can attest to this. The little things that what I did, it was so little. How comes it is coming back in this mighty way? Because God does not repay you according to the size of your sacrifice. He rewards you according to his mighty and his power and his riches, which is in heaven. God will not reward you according to your understanding, according to your wisdom, according to how you know. God is going to reward you according to who he is. His might, he cannot lower himself or belittle himself to be in your level. So what God does, he does like God. So David says, is there anybody in the house of Jonathan that I may show kindness? Why? Because Jonathan was kind to David. Jonathan was a brother to David. Even when the father is against him, he stood with him. Even when the father wanted to kill him, he said, I will hide you. Just flee out of this nation, out of this land, because my father has an evil plan against your life. So please. Now, because of that, David said, they made an oath, I will be good to your house one day when I become a king. So be kind to people. Even when there are some situations in our families where you find a family is going through a hard time, and then the whole family is ganging against them, and they start calling them witches, and they start calling them names, and they start doing things, and even there's people that are in charge, they start neglecting them. And then because God is not a respecter of man, in that family, in the years to come, that family becomes the pillar of the clan. And then you are there, you are the one who was saying yes as if you were, and you never did good to them. And then you need a support from that family. How, in what position, in what standard, in what level, in which class are they going to stand with you? And you was among the people who were there in the time of their suffering, but you never stood in the position, you were never found in a position to help them. Some people, even in church, they have their potential to throw food away, where other families in their neighborhood are suffering and going without food. Wait until your season of your downness come, and then they are in the place of favor. You will know that kindness matters. When your children were throwing food away, they were tearing clothes, they were burning clothes because they are now of us, they are undersized to them. You were not kind enough to share, to be kind to others. And then that time, when the times come, you will start coming to cry to God, telling God, oh my Father, why have you God has not forsaken, because the time of your abundance, you never remembered people to be kind to them. So that if in the time of their favor, they can return, they can retriate the same to you. But when you are, let us know these things. These are big things. God will not come from heaven to help you. God will use men to remember you. But in what position is God going to make men to remember you? If you cannot have a source, a way, a reason how God can remember you. God will use people to remember you. God is not going to send angels from heaven to remember you. But people, your brother, your sister, your neighbor, is the one God is going to use to be of help, to be of support, to be your connector, to be your destiny helper. But in what grounds are they going? If you are not, kama wewe haujatengeneza. So because of the kindness of the father of this guy, David remembered him. He did not want to know he's crippled. He did not want to know, where he is. He remembered him, and he said, from today, everything that belongs to your grandfather, it is going to be returned to you. And you are going to be eating in my table. In 1 second, God made you at that